Spurge here, and in this video we are going to break down the all-new Dainese Druid 4 gloves. Now, I say all new, but realistically, if you're looking at these right next to a pair of the Druid 3s, they are damn near identical. Really, the only thing that you can see right out of the gate that has changed is the price. These are now coming in around the $260 mark, which is roughly a $30 increase over the previous versions. Now, $260 means that they will ship for free, and you do get our price match guarantee. From a sizing standpoint, nothing has changed here. Sizes range from an extra small up to a 3XL. When I measure my hands, I measure them at 9.5 inches, the way the Dainese tells me to, and that puts me in an extra large. I actually size up to a 2XL, and they fit me spot on. And I'm pretty much a 2XL in all of Dainese's gloves across the board. So what I would say is if you are using the size chart, would recommend bumping up one size based on the way that they're sizing these. So from a color standpoint, 3 different colors are available. And like I said, if you are looking at this over the previous version, nothing has changed. Now, in the scale of where these fall in Dainese's line, these are a full cuff, get you to the track glove. This is something that you can still wear on the street for all day comfort, but with maximum protection. But you are now getting up into Dainese's track gloves. If you want to take a step up above this, you would look at the Steel Pro. The Steel Pro comes in for about $100 more. You get aluminum metal parts at the back of the hand, and you are getting a full cowhide or a full goatskin design. This is going to be a combination of sheep and goatskin. And if you want to take a step down from this, you can take a look at the Carbon 4 gloves. Now, when we did the video on the Carbon 4 gloves, one of the main things that changed there was they changed the profile of the carbon fiber knuckle to make it more contoured. And I do feel like that new knuckle design had an adverse effect on the fit. That change hasn't been reflected in the new Druid 4. So if you're looking at the Druid 4s, these are still that same old style flat carbon fiber knuckle, not the new contoured shape that you'll see if you take a look at the Carbon 4 video that we shot. So this is actually a win in the fact that they didn't update this, still is going to give you a much more comfortable fit and feel. As you're working your way down the back of the hand, again, these are going to look identical to what you have if you are a Druid 3 user. Full carbon fiber plate at the back of the hand, as well as carbon fiber knuckles. Accordion stretch worked in between the two. You're going to have some additional stretch at the wrist on this, and then accordion stretch working all the way down the back of the thumb. Accordion stretch at the fingers, and then you are going to have that DCP, that distortion control protection. And the real bump up here that you're getting over the Carbon 4s is you're going to get that TPU all the way down the back of the pinky. So full protection at the pinky on this, and this is where you are getting up into something that we would consider a full track glove from Dainese. As we take a look at the inside here, no addition of touchscreen fingertips. Now, really the argument is, well, if you're on the racetrack, you don't need touchscreen fingertips. But I think it's a nice to have, doesn't add a lot of complexity to the design process, and we're seeing it across the board from a lot of manufacturers. Would have loved to have seen touchscreen fingers on this for folks that are using these as a get you to the track option, but still spending time riding with maximum protection on the street. Little Dainese, the Rossi tickler, as Anthony used to put it, just a gripper panel on the inside of the palm for this for a little bit of extra grip. And then the palm is going to be a full goatskin leather with, you can see the additional reinforcements down the pinky and the Dainese hard palm slider here. So really nothing redesigned in the palm slider. You have a dual closure design, same as the old outgoing version. The only thing that I can see that has changed from the other version is the actual feel of the leather. Typically, the reason you see goatskin in a palm is goatskin really provides great tactile feedback, great supple feel, so you can really work the controls easily. This glove feels bulky, especially compared to what we would expect from Dainese. It almost feels like the leather that's being used is a bit thicker. Definitely seems like while they're claiming that this is all goatskin on the palm, definitely has a different hand to it depending on the overlays. So just something to note that it definitely will break in because it is that full leather design, but it definitely feels bulkier than what I was expecting reaching for this glove. Some of the other gloves that I wear with a goatskin palm to it definitely have a bit more of a supple feel right out of the box. So just keep that in mind as you put this glove on. It's going to need a little bit of time to break in. You don't want to use this, straight brand new jumping onto a track day. I'd say give it a little bit of time to break in before you throw on a new set of Druid 4s and hit the racetrack running. So again, if you like the Druid 3s and you're hoping for a new glove that really doesn't change what Dainese has been doing too much, the Druid 4s will be an excellent option for you. If you're looking for a glove that can get you to the racetrack with some really solid protection, but you can still use this all day on the street, again, excellent option. Just would have loved to have seen that touchscreen fingertip design for all of our smart devices. So when we want to zoom in, zoom out, make a phone call, we don't have to worry about taking our gloves off. But again, minor nitpick there, and then just the overall feel. I think that when we're looking at this glove, the one thing that I do want to kind of just wrap up with is that, and this kind of plays into what we were talking about with the bulk on this, is, just some of the attention to detail that we're accustomed to from Dainese just seems to be lacking on this. And it's a minor nitpick, and you can't see it as much on this one as you can on the high-vis version over here on my left-hand side. And just so you know, these gloves were all pulled out of stock. Just the attention to detail with the threads and the actual little rough thread ends that you can kind of see there, not something we would typically expect on a $260 glove from a high-end brand like Dainese. So again, minor nitpick there, but just something to keep in mind. I think that maybe there's just some rough edges that aren't being smoothed out as well as they have been in the past. But there's a lot of people out there that have historically gravitated towards Dainese gloves, especially the Druid 4s. These are a very popular glove within their line, and there's a lot of other people out there that've got opinions too. So to read other rider reviews, you can click the info button on your desktop or mobile device to read rider reviews from folks out there using these gloves just like yourself. And if you're not sure as to which pair of gloves is right for you, your riding style, and your intended use, you can always reach out to one of our customer service reps. They can make sure that you find the right gloves to match up with your riding style as well as your budget. I want to thank you for joining us for this first look at the Dainese Druid 4 gloves. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.